Assalamu alaikum and very warm welcome to all of you. Today we are going to discuss the multiplication of two signals, a very important concept in the course signals in systems. In today's session, we will study how the multiplication of two continuous time signals, and we'll first observe the individual signals graphically. Using the graphical plots, we will analyze how positive, negative, and zero values affect the final product of the signal. The visualization will help in building a clear understanding of the signal's operation used in signal and systems. So let's see the first signal to be multiplied. So signal 1 has waveform of like this. So you can easily tell that this signal is basically a time domain continuous time signal. And this signal has value of 0 from -5 up to minus 2.5, and has value of 2 from minus 2.5 up to minus 1.5. Okay, and then this signal has value of -2 from minus 1.5 up to uh, 0.5. Again, the signal has value of 2 from minus 0.5 up to plus 0.5, and again it drops to -2 from 0 time of 0.5 up to 1.5, and then it has this value. It has the value of 2 from 1.5 up to 2.5, and at 2.5 its value becomes -2, and it stays -2 up to 3.5, and then from 3.5 up to 4.5 the signal has value of 2, and then it goes to 0. So this is about the first signal, and similar arguments applies to the second signal. Hopefully you understand. Now the third step is let's multiply the two signals. So you understand signals are variable, right? So in variable multiplication you multiply point by point, similar to the previous lecture on how to add signal, where we added the signal point by point. So here we'll multiply the signal uh, point by point. So you understand the basic multiplication idea, that if you multiply two things, the first thing is 0, then the second will automatically become 0. So you see the first signal is 0 from -5 up to minus 2.5. So that means if you multiply this portion, the result should be 0. So you see the resulting signal has amplitude of 0 from -5 up to minus 2.5. At minus 2.5, we see that the first signal becomes 2. So the first signal becomes 2 from minus 2.5 up to minus 1.5. And if we look at the second signal, it has value of -2. So you understand, if you multiply two things, one has negative value and one has the positive value, so that means product will result into negative. So you see this one from minus 2.5 up to minus 1.5, this signal is -2, and this signal is +2. So +2 multiplied by -2 will result into -4. So you can easily see that this is the results. Then again, from -1.5 up to minus 0.5, this is the time duration. For this duration, the first signal is -2 and the second signal is also -2. So -2 multiplied by -2 will result into +4, as shown here. So again, at minus 0.5 to 1.5, both the signals are positive, so the result will result into positive. So 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, so you see it stays 4. Again, at the point 0.5 up to 1.5, this signal is negative and this signal is also negative. So minus 2 multiplied by minus 2, it will result into plus 4. So you see the signal stays plus 4. Then at this point of time, because the first signal becomes positive now and the second signal is still negative, so product of positive with negative is negative. So that means plus 2 multiplied by minus 2 will result into minus 4. Again, from here onwards, you see that at this point where, can you tell me what is the value of t here from here to here? I give you a second and you just tell me, is it so? So that's good, yes. So because from 2.5 up to 3.5, the signal has amplitude of minus 2, whereas this one has amplitude of how much? 0. So 0 multiplied by this will result into 0, and then again because this signal is positive again, but this signal is 0. Okay, so product of 0 with negative positive will result into 0. So the final signal is as shown here. So you see the product will stay 0 from um, 2.5 up to 5, or in fact up to infinity, because this signal is 0 for all values beyond 5. In fact, from 2.5 up to infinity, this is 0. So product of this one with this one will result into 0. So this is a magnified version of the obtained signal. So hopefully you can appreciate it and you understand it. So as far as homework is concerned, so multiply the signal 1 with minus 2 and plot the resulting signal. So post your answers in comment section and feel free to ask if you have any confusion. So to summarize, in this lecture we learned how to multiply two continuous time signals. We observe the graphical representation of both input signals and analyze how their values combine to produce the resulting or the output signal. Through these plots, we could clearly understand the effect of positive, negative, and zero amplitudes during the signal multiplication. So you understand if the two signals for any uh, part of the signal, if they both are positive, the result will be positive as in normal multiplication, and if they both have negative values, so result will be negative as in the normal constant multiplications. And similarly, if one signal is negative and the other is positive, then the result will be negative, and zero amplitudes if any of the signal is 0. So this type of signal operation is very important in signal and systems, communication systems, and digital signal processing applications. So that's all from my side. See you in the next lecture. Until then, goodbye.